All right, in this video, we're just going to go over notes pertaining to mode. So the first thing we're going to look at is mode is the most frequently occurring numbers in the data. Now what that means is that it occurs the most. It doesn't have the biggest value, it occurs the most amount of times, okay? So let's look at an example here where it says no mode. If you look here, the reason why it is no mode is because every number only occurs one time. So every number occurs the same amount. See how every number only occurs one time? You have 3 and 8/10, 2 and 4/10, 3 and 7/10, and so forth. So that's why there's no mode, because every number occurs the same amount of times. All right, now let's look at an example where there's one mode. So here we can see that 90 does occur 2 times, but 92 occurs 3 times. So because 92 occurs more than 90, 92 would be our mode. So 92 occurs more. So 92 would be our mode here. Now, let's look at an example where there's 2 modes. So if we look here, we see 46, 52, 18, 46 again, 49, 52, 49, 15, 52. Let's see, I see 46 3 times. And if you look closely, 52 also occurs 3 times. Now let me double check. 18, 49 occurs twice. And that's it. So if you see here, every number only occurs one time, except for 49. 49 occurs twice, but both 46 and 52 occur 3 times. So because they both occurred the most, they are both your modes. So we would put 46 and 52 would be our 2 modes in this case. Remember, mode is the number that occurs the most. Okay, now let's take a look at some graphs. And mode is really easy, especially on dot plots and X plots, because it is the highest stack. So here we're going to be looking for the highest stack. And the reason why we're looking for the highest stack is because all these X's here represent how many times that number occurred. So you can see here 1 only occurred 3 times. 1 1/4 occurred 1 time. 1 1/2 occurred twice. So the number that occurs the most here and the number with the highest stack would be 2 1/2, because if you see here, you have the most amount of X's here. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 X's. That's more than any other X's, so that's the number that occurred the most. So the mode, according to this graph, would be 2 1/2. Pretty simple. All right, so same thing with the dot plot. These dots represent how many times that number occurred. So if we look here, I can see my two highest stacks are these two. They have the same amount. They occur the most, but they both occur the most. So here, I'm going to fill in the blank 0, 1, 2, 3. So that means 1 and 2 occur the most. So my mode in this graph would be 1 and 2. Because they both have the most, occurred the most, and I can see that they occurred more than any other.